Hello, welcome back to the world where every puzzle is either trivial or impossible, and we're all out of trivial rims. So, Siege. I looked at this and did not understand what I was doing with it. And there's this thing, which I have skipped for now, maybe forever. I'd rather not it be forever, but you know, maybe it will be. So in this puzzle, I could not conceive of what it was I was trying to do. Let's try a little harder to pick this apart. Like, can I break this down into individual steps somehow? The primary mechanism here is this bridge. And that delay... So, first of all, is it unavoidable that after using this switch, 2 turns later these reopen? Although there are windows here and here, toggle switches are opaque, so there might as well not be. This is connected to nothing else. This is connected to nothing else. So I think the answer is yes. Or no, however I phrased that question. The answer is, it is as I understand it. I cannot clear the room and exit from the east. I have to go west. I have to cross the bridge because this is here. No dealing with this in any other way than going over and pushing it myself. So, having broken down those steps, that means I need to be over here. So to continue working backward, how do I get over here? The most connected looking thing is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only a 1 wide gap can be hopped with explosions alone. Telescoping can potentially hop farther. Riding in something flying, it can of course go even further than that. I strongly suspect telescoping is not involved here, but I won't rule it out completely. Can I rule it out completely? That might be a useful action. Why does... Oh... Okay, this is reminding me of a silly mechanic. Not super relevant to anything, but see this green sight line that goes all the way to here instead of stopping there? This pillar makes that wall traversable. The presence of the pillar truncates the infiniteness of the wall to only 1 high. So I could actually stand here if I was close to it. That's fun. This window does mean that you see all the way over to here, and likewise you see all the way over to here. However, there's nothing to see in this area, especially at elevation 1. Okay, so anyway, I was trying to answer... Can I rule out the possibility of telescoping? I have 1 monster block under my control. This one cannot be seen from any angle. In order to telescope, I would first have to multi-stack. In order to multi-stack, I need the ability to push something laterally at this sort of elevation while something is coming from the perpendicular direction. So I would need a bomb bug already carrying something to be fleeing kinda like... Well, you're on top of your thing, but kind of like this. And I think there's no way to have a bomb bug, like, in transit along this column in a way that's far enough away from me. Like, I have no diagonal influence. Explosion chain, I guess, technically could do it. I think at most I could stack up 2 objects and then not really have a lot of resources left. The way the telescope would work would be that I would stand on a doubly stacked multi-push block, which I guess would have to be carried by a bomb bug to get anywhere, because if I push it, it telescopes immediately. So I'd like explode it there, and then how would I get on top of it? This is not as definitive as I would like, but I think that's probably sufficiently ruled out that I will not currently consider telescoping as part of this. It also just seems very unlikely from the beginning. Okay, so let's assume no telescoping is involved. There are 5 of these. There are 4 of these. How do I accelerate with you? These are multi-push. Okay, so if I want to benefit from the pushiness of a multi-push block in order to move me faster, I have to be on top of it. I have the means to get on top of a block very close to the switch, not quite at the spot where I would expect it to be, but I can, in fact, either have it on my head and be there, or have it there and do this. I can't use that. So I'd probably be using an explosion to... Ooh, okay. Something might be starting to come into focus, at least a little bit. I guess I'll use the pusher for this. So the beginning of a plan... Hey, I get one further, isn't that cool? Okay, because of the propulsion, on the turn when I toggled the switch, I ended up diagonally away from it. So that propulsion gained me 1 turn here. Alright, so I've already made progress. Next... The fact this closes for that long tells me there's a 2-turn long process here. Like, I do the 1 attack, then I do another attack here. Or something like that. Doesn't feel like it could actually be exactly that, but I'm going to pretend that it could be. Actually, I need you. That's fine. Okay. Gonna put you there. And repeat this. Again, trying to break this down to 1 step at a time. So this is no better than just walking there myself. It should be noted, though, I could be higher if I wanted to be. Another thing to note is that I need to deal with this before I go over there. Oh. Toothless. Toothless. So imagine I did something like that. So to go farther than this... If I want an explosion chain going around this switch, which I don't think I do, but if I did, I would have to ensure that it's an odd number. Because if I did... this... I would go there, but nothing would really happen. Okay. So now, I think these pieces need to be kind of like that. So I think I'm sort of, like, the solution will end up looking something kinda vaguely like this. That's my current thought. Now how can I make this move me 4 instead of 1? Well, stack up a bunch of multi-push blocks right there would do it. I don't think that's the solution, though. There's an inert push block, too. Perhaps that's the one I'm actually standing on. Yeah, okay, so that gives me the opportunity to have a platform to stand on, which does not require dismounting a bum bug. However, I do still want to dismount a bum bug to get it into that one key position. So I will still do that. Oh, so scary. Alright, key position is filled. And let's just have a little sightline blocker here. So with that key position filled, everybody's facing west in case that matters. How do I get this to be shoved so many times? So far, at best, I can shove it once, which is the same as using my own 4 legs. Like this. There are 3 more. I also have dismounted you. I also have a stacking mechanism, a 2-level stacking mechanism, which I have yet to use. So things that can do. I feel like just the overall layout here implies that this action will be taken. What does that do for me? Causes that problem for one. Oh, I have a little bit of an idea. Okay. I'm conceptualizing something. Oh boy, this is going to be tricky. You're going to run from that. I guess I'll put it... Well, I can't put it up high now. I want this on a bumbug's head. I guess I can just have, like... 2 of them. That won't quite do the job. It sort of does. I guess one can be on the ground. Alright, time for witchcraft. Ah. Better witchcraft. You can go down one more, that's fine. Too far. So at least let me test. Let's go ahead and just in case that's a thing I want to recreate. So you out of the way for a moment. Alright, so this construct. Puts that at that elevation. I'm picturing something, give me a moment. Building a little machine here. What do I want exactly? I think I want one of these on that. Oops. Like this? Oops. Now, this is productive because of what now? Right, move order, okay. So my thinking is basically that I'm standing on top of a stack of bomb bugs. Somewhere nearby, there is one who has a monster block on top of it and is... Wait, why would that be moving? That one has to see me. This doesn't work. So I wanted a monster block carried by a bomb bug at one elevation to, on a turn, at a... Okay, so, right, I have to... Oh boy. Alright, it's hard to express. Hang on. Let me just, The very top cap would need to be... Let's test this out a different way. So I think I no longer think I can do this. However, let's still explain the concept, if possible. So you, out of the way. That's... Oh! Just sit over here for a minute, or better yet, do that, sure. Okay, so I need one of you out. This on your head, that's where I will stand, or, better yet, this is my platform. So that's my platform. After that, I put... you on another one of these. Then this is the thing that I stand on. Ooh. If that's the thing I stand on, then I can move it in the exact same manner as I'm used to doing with you. You would go on the waypoint. Pow. Now, I've discarded that monster block, which may have been a mistake. Okay, let's not discard it just yet. So, let's see here. Other way around. Alright, you're gonna be a maintain about this, huh? You sure are. Alright, I need another sightline blocker then. Ah! For now, this. You just ignore what you're seeing or something. I don't know. I guess you can't. Okay, fine. Let's steal this then. If I'm doing that, then I need to just get this way out of your sight, just over here. Why am I working with you? What am I doing with you? I had a plan. Why am I working with you? I don't need you. I just needed a sightline blocker so that this would stay in place as I move this thing around. Alright, don't mind the chaos that's happening over there. So by waiting, this happens. Okay, so what I was picturing has many problems. Six, 7. If this could elevate between bomb bugs 6 and 7, then I think I would move 2 tiles in 1 turn. Because 6 would step off, 7 would then also see this and would step off. I don't have a way to rephrase this stack into bomb bug directly on top of bomb bug. At which point would this just work? Ooh! That's worth testing. So let's make a new room here. So Adventurer, uncharacteristically for a world of its age, involves no stacks at all. Is that uncharacteristic? When were stacks added? I forget. So if there's one monster block right here, and I'm standing in that spot, and I wait... of course, no, you would have to step off... Okay, so both of these things are on a pillar, then. How far will I move in this turn? Yo, that's cool. Okay, so... that would be neat. That's basically the concept that I'm working with here. So it all topples over at once, with me on top. But this only works with an immobile monster block if... Wait, doesn't it though? Okay, now hang on. Let's edit the stack. Let's see, do I have a way to... I do have a way to do this. Gonna add more blocks and insert them in between. I do that. Ooh, this UI is functional. It's fine, probably. Okay, then on the bottom, let's put one more of these. And then let's edit this thing, add one of those down here. Okay, so this is all a formation creatable by... Yeah, that's the right way. Creatable by... without pre-stacked bomb bugs. And indeed, it does topple over in the nice way. I feel like I need like a bowling alley sound effect here or something. Okay. So could that be what I'm working with? So a 3 tall... Yeah, it'd have to be 3 tall on the monster block. That would give me a downstream problem of disposing of that monster block later. However, no it wouldn't. I know how to solve that part of the issue. I go in here and smack this myself and I can get back. Yes, okay. This... Well, I guess I smack this one to reclose that first, and... Yeah, so once I'm over here, I can get back and clean things up. Okay, I'm convincing myself that this is probably what I'm doing. Alright, that's neat. Now, do I have enough for it? Okay, this is super cool. So I can, again, I can claim 2 more out of this if I Maybe? That's iffy. So if you have to be at elevation 3... No, 2. No other particular requirements, though. Elevation 2 over here. It has to be 2 because there has to be 2 spaces that each bomb bug falls. So starting a stack like this gives me the wrong... I would have to stack you on top of one more thingy, right? Like, that's the wrong elevation. So what I would do is feed it back into the machine again, and turn it into this. I would have capped that off with something on the top for me to stand on. Yeah, okay, this is, like, really coming together? Okay, I think I might be able to do everything. So, here's the top cap. That's what I stand on. This goes here. This goes here. Oh, this is fun. See, I feel like Missile is going to be just as much fun as this if I can ever conceptualize whatever it is I'm supposed to conceptualize for that impossible puzzle. And that's why I have not just given up on it entirely, because I think there's something super interesting in there. How much Topple do I need? 4? If I'm waiting here... 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, 4. And then 1 is left, which is exactly the number I need. Okay, this is feeling like the right approach. I have a little bit of a problem in that... How am I going to get this high up? Yeah, that's a definite issue that I don't yet know how to solve. But do I have the rest of this right? I have actually many problems, don't I? Well, maybe. I'm not sure yet. So for the moment I'm gonna ignore the monster block. I'm not happy about it, but I have to do it. So I pull you off. Oops, not like that. Like this. Also, I did this wrong. You was supposed to be... Well, not yet. I'll position you later. So first pull this off. Then put it... over here. Then steal this block. There is one more I can still steal, and a multi-push, and is that not the number that I need? Theoretically, that's enough, right? Can I actually steal that, though? I think I'm... I think I'm unable. Not so sure, though. So to do this... No, this should be fine. Alright, so first of all, everything goes down here. You get scared. Here's that. So just work in this cramped space. Puzzle is so huge and wide open, and yet... when I figure out everything I'm doing, it does reduce to kind of a cramped little space. So if I swap these... like... I put it too far up. What if you were up? That might be workable. Yo! That's what I wanted. Okay, now... I needed you to be a little bit different, I think. Because you're not going to stay in place as I put this in the position where it needs to go. Alright, I have a solution to that problem. It requires backing up a whole lot. It actually doesn't. Just a little bit. And also, all of that shuffle that's pretty well understood. So I'm going to pull you out for a bit. You went there, that's fine. I'm gonna move this up a bunch. You come back down. Sure, something like that. Okay. Now I make my stack. Making sure you're facing south, which actually doesn't matter. Okay, so for the stack, I can do it this way. You need to come around. You go here, I use the switch. I keep pushing you. This goes here. That's in place. You can't move because there's a... Yeah, you're trying. I forgot a step. The step was that. Okay? Is this gonna work? Pow! I have very long claws. Topple! Look at that! That was beautiful! Okay! Wow! What a spectacular puzzle. Wow! Alright, yeah, so I just had to give it some space, figure out what it was that it wanted, and man, that was pretty incredible. Oh, I think we might be at an end. This is not a puzzle room. Let's look around. Right, yeah, this had to join up to that river, of course. Oops, okay, get out of this mode, there we go. Dead trees with flowers, that's an interesting combination. I like it. Uh-oh! Okay, that's a scary title, and wow, this room makes an impression. Okay, I'm gonna walk away from that. Alright, so I can return. I should probably put in another shift at the missile mines. Someday I'll dig up that ore there to torture this metaphor a little more. But yeah, okay, so I can get back, I can do multi-stage. No, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna do this. Oh boy. So I gotta cross that using statue power. Fun. And the statues have to die afterward. Fun. Okay. Okay. So, I have an option. Not everything is impossible. I still want to... Yeah, so next time I want to try this again because, again, like, look how cool it was to get Siege done. This was just fantastic. So whatever is the interaction in Missile, I must find it. I must see it. I want to. It's important. I am not giving up until I've figured out what is going on here. So maybe next fresh day that I try this will be the day when I can have the key realization on that and actually get something done. Anyway, Siege was super cool, and I'm glad I did it, and I'll see you next time to try Missile again.